Hello, I'm Phyllis Smith, content manager for eWomenNetwork and program director for EWN Podcast Network. And I am with the chief cook and bottle washer of eWomenNetwork, the founder and CEO, Sandra Yancey. We're having a little too much fun here.
Exactly.
So welcome. All right.
We don't do anything just one way.
No.
There's not just one title.
Right.
You got two, I got
two.
three.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So here's the deal. So here we are. It's January. It's 2018. And we've got goals, right?
Yes.
And so what happens? Do people, they set these goals and they don't achieve them. Why is that?
Well, I think the big thing is, as an entrepreneur, we just don't have anybody really guiding us often. We don't have someone that's, really holding our feet to the fire. And, it's easy to say what we want and then have a bad day. Things don't go well. And the next thing you know, we're kind of rationalizing why we've blown it off. So, what I really believe is that you have to have someone that you communicate exactly what you want, that in many ways isn't in love with you, because, when people are in love with you, they can, not realize that they're enabling all of your excuses. And what I know is when you lose your excuses, you find your results. And so to me, Phyllis, I think what's really essential is that if you really want to go to the next level, not just taking a step forward, because I think people are taking step forwards, that whole adage of put one foot in front of the other. Well, that can be really dangerous if your business is flatlined, right? I mean, if you're really looking to make a difference, you've got to say to yourself, okay, if I'm going to go to the next level, I need to make a step up. Right? Consciously make a step up, not just step forward, but a step up. And the best way to do that is to have someone in your life that is really holding you accountable. And what that means to me is that this is someone that's just simply checking in and holding up the mirror and saying, you said you wanted to accomplish this. What are those things? How do you break that down into maybe monthly milestones? How does that turn into weekly commitments? And what drives that is your daily actions. And once you become accountable to that, you become your own measure that you are doing the things that you say you want to do.
I think it's also important to know you've been in business 18 years, folks. 18 years. Yeah. You still have coaches. You still
totally.
have people you're accountable to.
Oh, totally. Coaches, plural, a mastermind group, right? I mean, what I know is it's easy to blow off. It's easy to let distractions, permeate into your life. And before you know it, you're focusing on the things that don't matter. And our jobs as CEOs are ultimately to do only the things that only we can do. And so what that really means is that you are finding other ways to get other stuff done, and you're focusing on moving your business forward and making the cash register ring. Mm-hmm. And I think when we accept responsibility for that, then we start to see, our role, and we wear much more of that leadership hat where we realize that we don't have to do it all. It's about inspiring others to, see what we see, which is our vision, and want to be a part of executing to get it there. And, let me just say, I know that there's going to be people that say, I know, Sandra, that's easy for you to say because, you've got a staff and you've got a team, but I'm broke right now. Well, what I have to say is that you've got to make some sacrifices. I mean, that's the truth of the matter is sometimes you have to take a step back in order to make this quantum step up. And you might have to do things like cleaning out your closet and taking it to consignment shops, or maybe evaluating your cable bill and getting rid of some of those added expensive packages and renegotiate your electric bill. I did that when we started to be able to do that in Texas. I know it doesn't exist everywhere, but the point of the matter is, right, sometimes you've got to say, what is it that I might let go of today so that I can have what it is I say I want most, right? And if you do it, you don't have to do it for long. I mean, here's the thing. You get things off your plate right? You then find other people that can execute it better than you could ever do on your own and probably faster. You focus on the things that's really your zone of genius, talking to prospects, right? Moving them to a place where they work with you, right? They become customers. And before you know it, you're generating the revenue so that you now can hire other people to really do things way better than you could imagine. See, that's the thing. I mean, great leaders, Phyllis, they don't really have all the answers. What they have is a really great vision and really great questions. Like, this is what I want to do. What's the best way from your perspective? If I were to say to you, Phyllis, like I've done to you before, as the content manager, this is where we're going. This is what we want to do. What do you think we should do? And you give me ideas that I could never come up with on my own because that's your area of expertise. That's your zone of genius. And that's what we need to get to so that we're growing faster. We can have that vision. We can set those goals, but with the right people, you'll get there so much faster. But you've got to put the systems and the people in place that will remind you of what you said you wanted and will constantly check in and ask you how you're doing. And what gets measured is what gets done. And when you know you're being measured on it, you're more likely to achieve it.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a one-on-one coaching. I mean, we have this program. Wherever you go, but there's a group. You can be in a group.
I love
as
group.
well.
I love group coaching. You know why? Because I love to sit back and while someone is, say, giving you advice, I'm sitting there going, that's some pretty good advice. I could use that too. Right. I mean, I feel like you magnify the benefit when you're in a group coaching program, honestly. It is a way for me to say, how might I adapt? Maybe not adopt, maybe some advice that's being given to you because you have a completely different business and business model. But how might I shift a little bit, make some little tweaks, adapt it versus adopt it and make that work for me? And what I love about, group coaching programs is that, you can often walk away with not just what you think you want, but all kinds of other ideas that you'll find that you need as well.
So here we are. This is one way to accomplish your goals is to find a coach, an accountability program. Next Level is one of them. And that's one way. But whatever you do, if you want to accomplish your goals, bottom line is you need to get some help.
Yes. And if you want to get to that next level, I think what we don't understand as entrepreneurs is that there are sometimes so many other alternatives for getting to that next level that is in our blind spot that we just can't see right now because we're so focused in on where we are and where we're going. And, I think that the new Next Level program that we have is, to me, a major strategic initiative for not just eWomen Network, but for our goal. And that is to get 1 million women making $1 million in annual revenue. And, you don't have to do that this year. You could do it. You could set a 3-year goal, but to do that, you've got to be increasing your results significantly. I think I'm just tired of the baby steps. I'm tired of hearing, get up and just put one foot in front of the other. That's hard. And I think it's actually easier to get some momentum, get some speed, and understand that it's not about moving forward. It's about moving up. We can't do it alone. No one I know has ever made it alone. You need to have other fabulous people, and you need to have people who are objective, who are unbiased, who are really challenging you to see the opportunities that are in front of you so that you can get to where you're going and you can get there faster than you could ever imagine doing it on your own.
So if you're ready to be one of those 1 million women,
yes,
to take it to the next level, what she said.